Amazing guys, thank you for joining today. Today I'll be sharing you a brief introduction about what is open source, and then we'll dive into the roadmap for GSOC 2024. So I'm Swapnil. A bit about myself. I'm Google Summer of Code mentee at Owasp. I like Owasp is cybersecurity and deals with cybersecurity and web penetration testing. I'm also MLH Web3 Incubator Fellow, LFX mentee at Linux Kernel, Massachusetts Institute of Technology Bitcoin Hackathon winner, and GDSC technical lead at my college. So, so I hope like you all want to learn about what is open source. So no worries, I'll teach you that today. So yeah. Uh, so what is open source? So the name only suggests what is open source. It means open source code. So the source code is open. Now, what is source code? Source code is generally the instructions that you are writing to the computer, basically your software, and it could be written in any language. It could be Python, C++, or anything. So the first thing, the source code is open, so you can read the source code, you can edit that source code, write it, or even delete that source code. But open source is only possible with another term, which is collaboration. So let me give an example of Linux kernel. So you all know what is Linux, and the creator of Linux is Linus Torvalds. Uh, like he created it, but after some time he like open sourced it, and then people from like developers from like different countries collaborated with each other to make Linux what it is today, like in 2023. So collaboration is the key part of open source. Also anyone can use it. Since anyone can use it, you can easily read the source code, even can make your own fork of it, you can create your own version of Linux, which is quite exciting. So I know that a lot of you have used these tools in your life. So let me tell you that all these tools are open source. This is like some part of it. Like there are a lot of open source projects that I can't talk about in this talk. So the first one is like the VLC media player. Your all the languages like even Python, C++, and all the languages. This TensorFlow, which is created by Google and it is open source. Mozilla Firefox, your Linux kernel, which started the whole open source movement. Also your Android kernel, anyone, like it is developed by Google but is open source, so anyone can use this Android kernel, sorry, your Android operating system, to create their own kind of operating system, like you see in your Redmi phone, your Chinese companies. So they are slight variation of Android, but they are based on the Android operating system. Your VS Code, your editor, plus your Blender. Like if you know 3D modeling, that you definitely came across this free and open source software, which is Blender, and you have used it. So these open source projects make all these amazing open source apps freely available to anyone. So you as a student can use these apps to like learn something new, make like add new skill set to your resume, or like skill set to yourself. uh, so now moving to like let me ask you, what is the worst thing that you have ever did in open source? Like you can just type it in the chat box, and guys let me know. Like I cannot see the chat, so like I will pick out the hilarious one.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Well, talk it out to you, Swapnil, if you want.
Sure, sure.
हेलो गाइस आपने क्या किया ओपन सोर्स में
Like any worst thing that you did in open source, it could be anything.
Okay, since no one is talking, I would like to say the worst thing I did in open source. So when I
Sure.
was contributing in Hacktoberfest, the worst thing I did was to just to make a pull request was to update a readme of a file,
रीडमी फाइल यस
क्योंकि उसका
रीडमी
contribution में count करना था.
That is exactly
Okay.
what I was going to say.
Awesome. So I think that is not the worst thing, because like it is a good thing. Like updating README is a good thing. You are contributing to some part of it, of the code base. But what I did was like git push origin main. So what I did in my internship was we like in our internship we had to push to our code to the development branch, and then we merge it, review it, and merge it to the main branch. But what I accidentally did was I accidentally pushed the source code to main, and that feature got deployed to the production. So every user that was using that application like saw that feature, And then my mentor scolded me very badly, and he said, don't show this behavior again. Like, it is very important thing that you should not push to main. So that happened with me a lot. So what I did was, to solve this problem, I deleted the main branch. I'm just joking. No, that is the worst nightmare like anyone can dream of. So yeah. So now, why should I even care? Why should I learn open source? Why should I know about GSOC? So let me tell you. So the main problem, like generally the student face, is like gaining experience in the industry. So like when you learn something new, then you want to like apply it somewhere. So you apply for job, you apply for an internship, but the internship requires experience. But to get experience, you need an internship or a job. So generally student get stuck in this loop. So to break free from this loop, open source can help you a lot in this. So the first thing is like, the code base is open. So when you are learning something new, you can always check out some open source projects that other people have developed, like the same projects. And you can read their source code, you can read their structure of the code base, you can read their comments, their variable names, and like the whole structure of the project. So using this, you can incorporate that thing in your project also. And like, it's free, you can view the source code in free. So like, you learn something new, you learn something amazing. Now, second thing is helpful community. Even if you're a beginner, I would say you should know some language before doing all these things. But the community is very helpful. You can go to any community and then ask silliest question. They will still gonna answer those questions. So you can just go to the community, ask, okay, how can I learn these things? Like, I want to contribute to this project, so they'll provide you some resources. Okay, so these are the resources, you can go and learn that. And then come after back to the community, and they if you have still more questions, you can ask them and they will help you. So the next thing is expert mentors. Since the project is maintained, like, they are generally, open source projects are generally complex, so they are maintained by some experienced individuals which are exceptional in their domain. So so these projects, like they generally work in some organizations, big organizations like Microsoft, Google, the mentors, and you can get free guidance from them. Since you are contributing free to them, so they will obviously provide free mentorship to you. So this is how it works. And also, let me point out some thing here. Uh, like, to get internships, I saw many people. They what they did was, they pay the internships, sorry, the organization, to get the internship certificate, which is the least inappropriate thing you can do in like tech world. The least you can get down is working for free, which you can do using open source, but don't pay your organizations to get internships. So the next thing is learn by doing. So you can get involved in the community. You can, if even if you don't know about anything, you can still learn on the way. You can contribute. Okay, this is the issue. Okay, what things I need to know before contributing to this? So ask the mentors, they will help you, they will provide you resources. So after that, you can continue your whole journey. So this is how open source can help you gaining experience, and which you can mention in your resume, and it obviously adds some weightage to your resume. Okay, now moving to what is Google Summer of Code, which is the main thing you are here for. First thing is, Google Summer of Code is an open source program. It is an international internship program, which is done in open source and ran by Google. So you can imagine Google Summer of Code as a marketplace where different organizations, open source organizations and projects apply to, and then Google will review all of them and select only those organizations that they think their projects are valuable in the community. And then they open a portal for students, which is GSOC, to apply to these organizations, submit their proposal, and then the Google will back out, and all the communication will be between the organization and the student. So you'll be submitting proposal to that organization, and that organization's mentor will decide to reject you or to select you. Also, it is open to everyone, but you have to be above 18 plus, and you should not belong to a country which is banned from Google Summer of Code. I think it could be North Korea or maybe Syria, I don't know, but still. So another thing is the timeline is of 12 weeks. You get to work on a project for 3 months. You can extend this timeline, but the stipend will be same. Awesome. So I think it is clear till here. Okay, so moving to another slide, what are the benefits of contributing to GSOC? So the first thing is like GSOC, the first thing is best code practices. Obviously, the mentor, since you are selected in GSOC, the mentor will personally guide you in will guide you in how to contribute to industry ready project. So you will be learning the best code practices, how to read and write complex code bases, because generally the code base is very large and you have 3 months to contribute in that. So you definitely learn something exceptional. Other thing is testing protocols. Obviously, when you are contributing to an industry-ready project, they generally follow a test-driven development. So after writing every feature, you will be writing their test, and that is very crucial because before deploying to the production, the test will run and tell if your code is safe, secure, bug-free. Uh, and it cannot be hacked. There are a lot of things you can do in test-driven development. Other thing is how to write documentation for the code. So this is one of the most important part, like the documentation. Everyone thinks that, okay, what is documentation? I don't want to contribute in this. It is very like lowest quality of contribution. No, it is not. Documentation are very crucial things in open source projects, because if you have a car, suppose you have a car and you don't have a manual for that car, so how would you drive it? So that is the same case with open source projects. If you don't have documentation, proper documentation, so nobody will use it. Nobody will know how to use it. That is the case. So a lot of great open source projects have failed this failed in this thing, and nobody uses those projects now. So now moving to the next slide, what are more benefits that you get from Google Summer of Code? So the first thing is that the experience, like Google Summer of Code is a tag that you can, obviously people say that is a tag and it weighs more than any other internship experience, but it's true in some cases, but not always. If somebody doesn't know what is Google Summer of Code, then what we can say. So first thing is the experience. In international community, it is valued more. You get stipend up to $3,000. For small projects, it is $1,500, and for big projects, it is $3,000. So mine was big, so it was $3,000 that way. So another thing is fully remote. You will be working fully remote. Your work time will be flexible. You can work anytime. Like my mentor was from Australia, and obviously there was some time zone gap. So I just like, it was totally flexible. I just messaged him and then he messaged me back another day. So it generally works out. So no need to worry about that. You can work from anywhere. That is the main point. Even if I travel to my hometown, I still will be able to contribute to my project. Also, the main thing is how to work in large communities. Like open source is all about communities. If you don't have good community, then your project might fail in long run. So when you participate in GSOC, you get to interact with a lot of people from different backgrounds, different countries, different religions, and different ideologies, which makes me kind of interesting, like sorry, exciting, because like you get to work with international developers, which is the fourth point. Yeah, so these all are the some of the benefits that you get. There are more present. You can participate and explore by yourself also. Now moving to how GSOC works. So like I already explained you like in brief, but in detail I'll explain you here. So first thing is uh, organizations like submit applications. Google then review those applications and then select those organizations and those projects. So suppose my my organization Owasp participated in GSOC. So they what they did is they collected all the information of the projects inside Owasp that were participating in GSOC and submitted that information to Google Summer of Code. Then Google Summer of Code reviewed all those projects and then approved Owasp to participate in GSOC. Then after that, it was listed on the portal, which I will show after this slide, after maybe two slides. So after that, the students will be able to see those organizations in GSOC portal, and they can submit proposal. They can go to the GitHub repository of that project and communicate with the mentors and submit proposal on that. So this is the general flow. The after this, like, the mentors will review your proposal and select or reject it based on your proposal. So this is the whole flow of GSOC in a nutshell. Uh, Now it is a quiz time. So now I think you can go ahead and ask these questions.
Okay, guys, it was an amazing session from Swapnil. So you might have got a lot of insights from the session. So it's a time for quiz to test how much you have been paying attention and how much you have been learning. So drop your answers in the chat section. We'll be responding to them, and it will be a fun time. Let's go. So the first question is GSOC stands for A, Google Summer of Cash, B, Girl Script Summer of Code, C is Girls Summer of Coding, and D is Google Summer of Code. So we
Okay, so
have
answers are
Shantanu with the
A,
first
Google
answer.
Summer of Codes. Yes, yes.
Nice,
Should I move to
nice.
the next slide?
Yeah, thank you, Sunil.
Yep, correct answer.
Yep, you guys are right. Shantanu was the first one to answer. Nice one, Shantanu. Second question is GSOC is all about first one open source, B open scheme, C available source, and D open resource. This time it's Pradeep with the first correct answer.
Guys, make sure everyone answers. Meet में 65 लोग हैं, but answers I can see only 15 or something. बाकी लोग भी answer करो.
Nice. This means that you guys are paying attention to the session.
Yeah.
Nice one.
अगर आपको ज़्यादा टाइम चाहिए तो वो भी कर दो. You can raise your
Yeah.
hands and we'll let you know.
Now let's move on to the third question. That is like an attraction for many of them. GSOC offers a stipend of how many dollars for a small project in India? We have the
Kushal,
first answer
Kushal.
from Kushal.
Yes.
Nice one. Rohit says 15,000, bro. That's
Bro, you gotta calm
$15,000.
down.
that's too much to expect. That's too much to
Calm
expect.
down,
but
calm down.
yeah, nice. We have a lot of correct answers. The fourth question is which letter is written for the mentor/maintainer of the organization in GSOC? Okay, so this time it's Chaitanya with the correct answer first. Nice. A lot of you have been giving correct answers. Let's go on to the next question. That is, the standard length of an internship assigned by a GSOC is. Yeah, it's Sarvesh again.
Sarvesh. Yes.
Bro, Sarvesh getting all the correct.
Yeah, Sarvesh is putting
Sarvesh
on
gonna
fire.
top, bhai.
Nice one, guys. The next one is which version control system is widely used for GSOC? Is it Beanstalk, GitHub, Apache Subversion, or Google Cloud?
GitHub.
Okay, it's Sarvesh again.
Yes.
Sarvesh is totally on fire.
Bro, did Sarvesh get the PPT beforehand? What is this?
नहीं यार वो concentration से देख रहा था. सभी देख रहे हैं वैसे तो.
Concentration and consistency.
सभी
bro.
answer
Sarvesh
क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं? सब लोग answer करो. Are you
The
guys
next
busy
question
watching the match?
अरे मैच जीत जाएंगे यार उसका कोई नहीं.
So the next one is you can search projects on the GSOC website based on technologies, topics, organizations, or all of them. Okay, so this time it's Prajwal Sana.
Yeah, somebody else, man. Nice.
Oh, we have a lot of correct answers.
Yeah, Shreya is also.
Ayush Aire is also answering. You're not eligible for the quiz, Ayush. So the eighth one is how many organizations should you contribute in to increase your chance of being shortlisted? What is the number of organizations recommended? Is it 10, only one, or around 2, or as many organizations as possible? Okay, Karthik Bankar again.
This one is a confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
I think
have a
all
lot
of
of people
these
answering.
works,
Yeah.
but still, I would suggest two.
या बहुत सारे लोगों ने डी आंसर किया था as many organizations as possible.
Damn.
गाइस कितना रिसर्च
Yash Ranware was the first one to give the right answer, I guess. So participating organizations in GSOC are announced around December, February, May, or October. If you would have visited the website for the timeline, you would have known about this one. Okay, we have Kushal again with the first correct answer.
Chaitanya, right? Chaitanya gave the
Okay, it's Chaitanya. My bad. Okay. A lot of you said February. Yeah, that's correct. So the last question, what would you rate the session as? Blockbuster, outstanding, marvelous, or all of them?
I think
The
we can
way
take
Swapnil
this question.
presented,
it can
Medium.
be
Then all of
subjective
the
them.
way
answers.
Yeah.
Swapnil presented
Yes,
it, I
yes,
think
yes.
it was everything.
Kushal, Shreya,
Yeah,
Prasad,
everybody
Dio,
is saying
सबको all
D.
of them.
Everybody is saying D. Thank you guys.
Okay,
Thank you
too
for
many
the support.
Ds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Too many Ds. Too many Ds. Thank you guys for your constant support. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Pratik.
Yeah,
That
I
was
have
a
one question for you guys. So how many of मतलब कितने questions आपने सही से answer किए? Just put the number in chat box. Did you guys get everything correct? Nice.
yeah, man,
Sarvesh got a lot of them
Sarvesh.
correct.
Oh my God, Sarvesh was
Sarvesh was
the
on
top
fire.
winner.
Sarvesh and
Sarvesh,
Pragya.
like offline event होता तो definitely you would have won some swags, but since it's online, hoping to
You'll
see
be
you at the
getting them
offline
in
event,
college.
and
We
let's hope
got
you'll
Just
something.
win the
just
swags there.
mentally, you'll be getting the swags in college.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can
Okay,
see
so
Shreya Dode
that's
also.
great, great.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Shreya Dhurde with us today.
Hi, Shreya.
Guys, this is the next lead of GDSC Shreya Tai, Shreya Dhurde.
Hi, Shreya.
We can make her the, what is it, guest from attendee.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's move on to the further part of the session.
Yeah.
Let's get more insights from Swapnil about GSOC and how it works. Thank you for the event's response.
awesome. Awesome, guys. Thank you for the answers. So moving to the next slide. So I think after this explanation, you would be like, okay, now thanks, Swapnil. I'm going now. I'll just go to the GSOC side and see some organizations and participate in that. But I would say no. I would say after 1 week, you would be like this because there are a lot of projects and the code base is generally quite large. So I would suggest that you to follow a certain path. So the approach should be like this. So it totally depends on the person. Some people like they just go and contribute, but a majority of people they get stuck somewhere between these. So I would suggest to follow this path. First, learn a language. It could be any language, but I would suggest it should be a language in which you want to make something. Like if you want to learn AIML, that then it should be Python or any other language that supports AIML features or frameworks. If you want to learn compilers, operating system, you can go with C, C++, or fast softwares. If you want to learn about backend, you want to contribute in backend, you can go with Python, Node.js, Ruby on Rails. There are a lot of frameworks, and every organization with every tech stack participates in Google Summer of Code. So there is everything for everyone. So the first thing is learn a language, then uh, learn a library or a framework in that language. So suppose I started with Python. So what I did was there were a lot of options for me. So either I could go with web development, EIML, or even desktop development using Qt5. So I chose web development and I learned about Django. Then after Django, I tried to find those organizations, like which is the third point, to find those organization which uses your tech stack. So I would say find projects that uses your tech stack because an organization has a lot of projects inside them. After that, I would suggest choose one or two projects only, not one or two organizations. Like choose one or two organizations. In that, choose only one or two projects, because I've seen many of my friends doing this. They like made a list of 10 projects that they can contribute to, and they gave 100% in 100%, and they divided it in every one of them. So it's like 10 projects, only 10% each project. So I would not suggest that, because you will get lost and you will feel overwhelming during this process. So I would suggest that choose only one or two projects, and give all 100% in that project only. So the next process would be to clone that project. You can just go to the repository and clone that project, and then set up and run that project in your local system. Don't go to issues now. You just have to set up that project. If you face any errors, if you face any difficulties in setting up that project, you can always reach out to the mentors. You can just create a GitHub issue about, okay, I'm facing this issue while setting up. So they will help you in that process to resolve your errors. Uh, After everything is good, you should be able to run your project perfectly. Then you can just use that project for 2 or 3 days. Because if you don't know anything about your project, then how can you contribute to it? But if you know about what are the features present in your project, use your project, see what are the features that is present in your project, what is the main aim of your project. So if you are clear with that, you can just see the code base structure, and you will be able to make sense of all the code that is written. After that, you can go to issues tab in the GitHub, and then proceed with the issues and solving bugs. So after this, I will suggest the first thing is like choosing or finding organizations or projects. So I'll give a practical about this. You can use these two websites. So the first one is gsocorganizations.dev, which is this one. You can go to this website. We'll share this slides with you. You can go to this important link section and just go to these slides. So this is the interface of this website. There's another one which is the official site of Google Summer of Code. So I'll just open this simultaneously. Uh, so I'll just talk about this website because this is what I used. So what you can do is these are all the organizations that participated in GSOC, and you can see how many times it participated. Like it participated 2022, 2021, but not in 2019. So you can filter from here also based on your tech stack. Like I used Python. I'm into operating systems, so you can see all these things. If I select security, you can see all the organizations that are into security. So you can see the OWASP is also there. So after shortlisting this using this filtration, so now you will be having all those organizations that uses your tech stack, so you can easily contribute to them. So after that, select only those organizations that have participated consecutively every year. So you can see there's OWASP, there's Radar, something, there's HoneyNet project. So these, you can see these labels 2021, 2022. So these are important, because if I talk about Flare, it only participated in 2023. So I'm not sure that if this organization will participate in 2024, or even Google will select this organization. But it is clear that OWASP has a good track record. About Code has good track record, and same goes with HoneyNet project. So obviously they will apply next year also, and Google will select them because they are quite large organizations. So after that, you can just open any two which you like. You can open as many as you want, but I would suggest to select only one or two. Just wait a second. Okay, yeah. So now here you can see the graph and some of other informations here. So you can see these are the languages, these are the topics that this organization cover. Same goes with this organization. And here you can see a graph. So using this, you can you can do your own analysis, and based on that, you can select the perfect org for you. So here, if I see 2022 mark, so here only 6 mentees have been selected, and the max was 17. So you can see the number of mentees selected has fallen quite a lot. But in case of OASP, I'm giving an example of OASP because I'm familiar with that, and I'm like I can explain very well about my organization. That's why. So you can see OASP, the latest mentees, which were 15. It's 2022. For 2023, it was 13 or 14, I guess. So it means that, okay, this organization has a lot more chances in getting selected. Sorry, you have a lot more chance in getting selected because they have lot of slots, like 15 slots. But in this case, they have only 6 slots. So obviously, if 20 people apply to both organizations, then you have less chances and more competition in this honeynet project. So after that, you select those two orgs that have a lot of projects, lot of slots, intern or mentee slots. After that, you can just scroll down and see their past projects that were selected. So there's a case like if one project participates from OWASP this year, it is not mandatory that that project will participate again in 2024. So you should do your analysis from here. So my project was project BLT. So what I did was I checked 2021. So here again BLT participated. If I 2022, you can see Bug Heist, which is bug logging tool. uh, Also, if I go in 2018, you can see, so the track record of this project is quite good. Like they participated quite a lot. So you select one or two project, or maybe like 3 4 project, then you shortlist by going to the repository, then you shortlist to 1 or 2 project. That's what I recommend. So after selecting 2 projects, or sorry, 5 projects, you can just go to their like details. So I just copy it. uh, Also, just to make sure, these titles are not project names, they are the proposal title. So it could be different, totally different from project name. So this is what the mentees have submitted, like improving something in this thing, improving something in that thing. So like that. So you should be able to see security. So it makes sense that security is a project. So you can just copy this and go to GitHub. So your next step should be uh, selecting these organizations and projects and going to their GitHub repositories. So I'll type BLT OASP GitHub. So this is the bug logging tool. I'll just go into that. And now we are at the repository. So this was whole flow for selecting an organization, and this was whole flow for selecting a project. So I think all of you are clear with these things. So I'll just close these windows, and now the next phase starts from here. Now, if you are at the project, the repository of the project, what you can do is, the first thing is read their README. So understand what this project is about. So you can see from here, it is a bug logging tool. You can log bugs in this. In README, they have a lot of resources. You can watch this video. You can read about BLT. You can see the installation docs, and also join OWASP Slack channel. So what is Slack? Actually, it's a communication medium. It's a application which is similar to Discord, but is for but they are it is for corporate people. So after this, your main thing should be, like, after selecting going to the repository, your main thing should be join the communication channel. It could be Slack, it could be Discord, it could be mailing list, or it could be your Zulip channels. So in most of the cases, they have Slack channels or mailing list. So just join their Slack channel. So this is how we join in OASP. You can enter your email and click on join. So you'll get email, and yeah, that's all. Or if you are getting hard time in like joining the communication channel, you can always create an issue for that. You can create a issue and tell that, okay, I'm not able to join the channel. Please, can you add me to it? This is my email. So they will add you to it, or give some instruction. So after that, the next thing you should do is clone this repository in your local, which I'll not show obviously, but you can just clone your repository. And then after this, cloning the repository, your next thing should be like what I told you before. Cloning the repository, run the project. So you can run the project. I'll just open, just a second, I'll open my Slack channel if I, yeah, for the demonstration. Okay, I cannot do this. Yeah. So okay, so this is the Slack. If I log in, then you could see my organization and my channels. So after that, like after like cloning the project, you can go to the documentation of how to set it up. You can go to installation documentation. You can follow this documentation. If you encounter any error, again you can create an issue for that. Okay, I'm encountering this error, or you can directly contact them in the Slack channel or the communication medium that they are communicating in. They will surely help you in setting up this project. So after setting up, you should always like use that project for 2 or 3 days. For me it was like easy because this project is already deployed here, I think. If I go to bughistory.com, so this was the project. So I just navigated to this site, and then I like use this project, like signed in, creating bug reports, and did all those things to like see get a feel of what this project is. So yeah, so this is the whole flow. Now you can go to the issues, like what I said. Like after you know what is your project, what your project is about, you can go to the issues, go to the labels. You can go to good first issues to see the good first issues that project has. So you can see API for saving images. You can always uh, like see the issue. And in lot of cases, like what I personally saw was a lot of students was facing issues with when they go to a good first issue, they always see lot of people already like commenting in that, and they don't know, okay, which person is working in this issue. So there's another workaround with this thing. You can just use that project. While using that project, you can always check the responsiveness. I'm talking about web-based projects, but in Android also you can always use that project, and you will see somewhere that okay, this doesn't look good. Like there's no bug, but this doesn't look good. You can see the nav bar is very like awful. The corners should be curvy, and like this. These two things are not consistent. So like when I like the first thing which I saw was a bug. So I just like you can just create a pull request or talk to your mentor or create an issue like these two things are not consistent. Like your nav bar is not consistent with your website. So should I like create it like this, like curved button? So your mentor will definitely reply on that, and in most of the cases they generally say yes, because if there is a UI improvement they generally say yes. And you should tell them, okay, these are the UI improvements that like the images, like a screenshot, okay, this is how it is looking. So they'll say that okay, it looks perfect, or they will give some feedback. So based on that you can create your first PR if you don't have good first issues in your repository. So that was the main thing. So this is the workaround if you are not able to find good first issues for yourself. uh, and after that you can gradually get involved in the community, because contributing in code is a different part, and contributing in community is a different part. Because if I go to my Slack channel, you can see there are a lot of other people who are also facing similar problems. So what I did was I helped them. Okay, this is how you set up this project. I resolved their queries. So this makes a good impact of you in the eyes of mentors. So the mentor will say, okay, this person is genuinely interested in our community. Because like the main thing that got me selected in GSOC was first the contributions. I made 64 PRs in my project, and the second before GSOC. And second thing was I helped a lot of contributors in getting like starting up their projects and contributing to it. So that was the main thing. Also helping your contributors make a good bond between you and that person. My like the person which I helped was I don't know his name. Ah, yeah, Harshit. He was from Triple IT Guwahati. So you get a good connection from communities. So now you can take referral from him, like if you want, or all those things. So yeah, so this is the main part. The other thing is the community. So this is all about how you can get into GSOC, how you can participate. I would recommend going to these two websites and see like what are the things present here, what are the information that is present here. Also you can go to the GSOC timeline. If I say Google summer of code timeline, you can see, yeah. So this is the timeline for 2023, and for 2024 it will be almost same. So you would be expecting the organizations to submit their application on January, and I think in February they will the Google Summer of Code will list all the mentoring. Sorry, yeah, in February they will be listing all the mentoring organizations. So you can just see. So I think it is November. Yeah, it is. No, sorry, it's October. Damn. So it is October, and you have November, December. Yeah, you have only 2 months. So prepare according to that. In 2 months, you have to find your organization which will be participating, and then if it participates, because why I'm saying like choose like select two organization, because if one doesn't participate, you have other alternative. That's why. So after that, this is the whole timeline. You can start contributing. You can create proposal. So let me show you how a proposal looks like. So just in case if you all want to know, this is the proposal. This was my proposal. Yeah. So a proposal is just a text document in which you will explain how you will be solving that idea that is mentioned in the Google Summer of Code website. So you can see it, like, to make it beautiful, I did this, but yeah, these are the personal information. So the first thing, your proposal should be clean. The second thing is the basic information. Just wait a second, I'll, yeah, the basic information about yourself. It totally depends on your organization, like what they're expecting from you. So I just mentioned this, but my mentor told me to remove it, but I forgot to. But still, it doesn't matter, because the main thing that matter is your contribution and your help, the help that you gave to the community. And after that, proposal comes. So I think everyone can make a proposal very easily by doing chat GPT and like getting guidance from other GSOC mentors or their own mentors. Yeah. So this is the project details about how can I like create the front end, a wireframe. I know that this doesn't look good, but I already told my mentor that okay, this is just a wireframe. I'll create everything in like the community bonding period. So this is just a technical overview, like how you are approaching that problem. So you can see it is 31 pages, but it shouldn't be in your case because it totally depends. Some of the organizations, I know that they have only 8 pages. The maximum limit is 8 pages, and for us it was, there was no restriction, so I did 31 pages. Yeah. So this is how the proposal looks like. You can check it out. I'll just add it in the important links. Also, I have a YouTube video in this links, same on the same topic, but more detailed overview about like more detailed overview and like detailed walkthrough about the project. So you can watch that also if you want. But this is generally the whole information that I can give you and the insider information that I can give you about Google Summer of Code. So yep, thank you everyone. Thank you for listening to my talk. If you have any questions, you can ask in the meet in the chat, or also you can scan this QR code to connect with me on LinkedIn or Twitter. Thank you.
Man, thanks, Swapnil. That was really informative, man. So, okay,
Thank you.
now after this, we shall proceed to Q&A. Guys, if you have any questions, you can put it in
There was
the
a question from Harshvardhan where
yes.
he said, we would like to learn more about the learning process for coding languages, including whether we should learn through online courses or by attending offline classes. So could you please share how did you start your learning process for the GSOC scheme?
Yeah, so it totally depends on you. Like I'm more towards video learning courses. So what I did was I like watched some YouTube videos. Most of them were free, like free resources. And if you want to go for paid resources, I would say go to Udemy and don't purchase courses above 1,000 or 2,000 rupees. I would definitely say that because Udemy has lot of like uh, very cheap courses and they are very informative. Other than that, I used like YouTube for most of the part, Udemy, and then ChatGPT. You have ChatGPT now, so you can just enter your like you can just ask ChatGPT, I want to learn web development in this language, and the ChatGPT will give you whole process about how you can do that. So yeah.
So Swapnil, can you कैमरा ऑन कर सकते हैं आप अपना?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
my
you can.
camera is on.
चालू
लेकिन
है।
आप दिख नहीं रहे.
Okay, there might be some issue. Never mind. We'll read
Okay,
the
okay, ठीक है.
questions to you. Rohit asks that is CPP sufficient language to contribute in GSOC?
Again, like lot of organization uses C++, but there are other languages also. Like it's not like if you learn suppose Ruby or Go and it is not used in GSOC. There are, like I already said, that there's everything for everyone. So if you think of any language, it could be Zig, like you haven't heard of that language, but still many of organization uses that. Like not many, but some organization uses that. So if you are into C++, then you can definitely contribute to GSOC. But remember that C++ is a systems level language, and it doesn't provide, like as compared to Python, it is not easy for the students to contribute in that type of projects because they are very low level, and you have to know about the operating system concepts or the kernel concepts, or it could be your memory management. So it is very little bit difficult as compared to JavaScript and Python or web development. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it is sufficient.
yeah. I hope Rohit, you got your answer. Yeah, cool.
और किसी को कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो तो आप टेक्स्ट कर सकते हो.
Yeah, yeah,
एक
guys.
दो लोगों की प्रॉब्लम है, बाकी को नहीं है. सब
Feel free
इंटेलिजेंट है.
to. Okay, somebody by the name AK asks, how do you manage to learn the languages which are used in the project? As there may be many languages which are included in.
Yeah,
As there may be many
प्रोजेक्ट.
languages which may be included in the project that you may not know of.
yeah. So what I told you before, like learn while contributing. So this always part, like you have to learn one language at least, but after that, before contributing to that project. But hello.
Yeah, you're audible.
या यू आर
Please.
ऑडिबल.
Okay. So after learning one language, you can always like learn another language or another framework that the project is using on the go. So on the go means not on go language, on the go. Yeah. So what I did was I only knew Python and Django, not too much professional. And after that, there were a lot more concepts that need to be cleared on my side. So I just read the whole code base and tried to solve one question, sorry, one issue. And I got to know that, okay, these were the concepts that is required to solve this issue. So I just chat GPT it, or I just searched it on Google or YouTube and just learned it from here. It is not mandatory you should learn from only YouTube or only documentation. You can use any resources you want, but the end result should be your problem should be solved. That only matters. Yeah. And learning new languages, if you are familiar with one language, then I think learning other would not be that much difficult because the concepts are generally same. But since open source is free and anyone can contribute, so you don't have time restrictions, so you can work according to your time, according to your learning abilities. Yeah.
Just to summarize that, Swapnil, you need not learn the entire languages. You can just learn the parts that are necessary to solve the issue that you're working on, right?
Exactly.
Okay, someone by the name Sarvesh asks, I want to contribute in AI/ML based projects. Is there any roadmap? So would you suggest something for him?
To be honest, I'm not an AIML guy. I don't know anything about AIML, but I would say like just go to the organizations, GSOC organization, and see their past projects that participated in GSOC with AIML ideas, and just go through them, and you will know that what kind of preparation do I need to get to understand these level of topics. Yeah. So for AIML based projects, this roadmap. I can't tell you about the roadmap because yeah, I already told you that I don't know
ओके ओके,
anything
नो
about
प्रॉब्लम.
AIML. Yeah.
No worries.
Okay,
Okay.
the
We have
Prapti has Prapti asked the question that when did you start and how much time did it take?
Yeah, so for GSOC or any of these programs, like other programs also, you should start as early as you can. For me, it was my first year, to be honest, yeah, because like I already knew about GSOC in my 12th class because I was not studying anything on JE or other exams. I only got 52 percentile in my MHTCT. That's why I'm in this college. But I was more into this stuff. So I already knew about GSOC. So I started my preparation in, I think, May. And like I was studying about Owasp, sorry, cybersecurity, and I already knew about Owasp. So it was totally different for me because I already had a project which was I already know about that project which was in the GSOC. So, but for you, you have to like contribute as early as you can. You should, if you have any questions regarding, if you have any questions you are facing, sorry, problems you are facing, you can ask me or ask any of the people that are into open source or your mentors.
Okay, okay. Hope Prapti you got his answer. So next, Shravani Raut asks, the people say polish your languages or advance, but nobody talks about how do you have any suggestions about the languages and advance? How to
Okay.
So let me just get the question properly.
yeah.
Shravani is asking that people say polish your languages or get advanced, means learn the advanced concepts of the languages, but nobody is telling how to do it. So do you have any suggestions
Okay.
about that?
Yeah. So I think one of you just already told that you have to know only those concepts that is being used in that issue. So it is not mandatory to learn whole language or whole framework. To be honest, I also didn't know about a lot of parts of Django. I only know about those parts which I was working with. So don't get too headache or too like washed away in like learning the whole language or mastering whole language or framework. Your mentor will definitely point you to right resources and you can learn only those, or like if you try to learn that and you get stuck in that, you can like recursively you can go into the depth. uh, like if you don't know something, you can just search about that, and in that if you don't know about something, you can again search about that. So this is the general process that we follow in software development.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Okay,
Priyank,
next question. Yeah,
yeah,
continue.
Priyank Verma. Yeah, okay. The Priyank Verma is asking that how much knowledge of web development do I need to contribute? So with the
uh,
Sonu.
okay. So for web development, I would say like if you are planning to contribute in front end, then you should know at least about HTML, CSS, and React, I would say. But obviously it depends because my project doesn't use React, rather than it uses HTML, CSS. So it was very easy for me to like just go and contribute to my project. So yeah, you can just do that. But remember, when like you can contribute, but you should always learn new things, even if you are able to contribute, because like the GSOC ideas will not be that easy, like to update these web pages. It would be a lot harder, like a lot harder than expected. So yeah, so that is the case. So you should always learn new things, even if you are able to contribute. And about web development knowledge, you should like HTML, CSS. For front end, HTML, CSS, React are the most widely used. You can learn any uh, cherry on the top if you want, like Next.js or Tailwind. uh, there's endless possibilities you can learn. For backend, I would suggest you can go with Node has a lot of projects. You can go with Django also, or Flask also. So these are quite good backend frameworks or libraries you can use. So yeah, I think that is uh, this question. We can go to the next question.
Yes, Varsha.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll
I think
read
one
it.
more question is remaining. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Do you have to
Prajwal.
make, yeah, Prajwal?
Okay, there are more questions too. Okay, let's go
Uh,
with Prajwal's question. Do you have to make the whole proposal about one issue, or do you like what is or can be some part of it. So it's basically asking the proposal that you make is about
Mhm.
one issue or some part of the issue.
Okay, so obviously, like if I talk about myself, my proposal has a lot of issues. Sorry, lot of ideas that I have to solve. So it depends on you if you want to take only one issue or multiple issues. So yeah, like I knew about blockchain, so I took the blockchain part as well as the web development part. But there were a lot other mentees that knew about Android development, so they took that issue and web development part. So yeah, it totally depends on you whether you can do that in the provided timeline.
Okay, Krishna asks, I think you have answered this question, but still, Krishna asks that which basic language should he use or adapt to do
Mhm.
further web development?
Okay, so for web development, like there are a lot of languages. If you want to do front end, there's only one, JavaScript. But if you want to do back end, uh, like I already told you, you can make backends using Go, your JavaScript, then Ruby on Rails. We have Python, Django, and Flask. So you can use these frameworks also if you want to. But it totally depends. If you know JavaScript, then why should you go to like why should you learn Ruby and Rails or Django? If you know JavaScript better, then just learn the frameworks in that, and you will be able, like you will be good to go to that project and contribute to that. Yeah.
Okay, Swapnil, that was the last question
Mhm.
that we had from the attendees.
Awesome.
Anybody, any extra questions? Any doubts?
अगर
अगर ऐसा
कोई भी
zero,
डाउट हुआ तो या पूछ लो.
yeah.
Yeah.
This PPT will also be available and the screen recording will also be available of the session. अगर आपको बाद में देखना हो तो.
If you still have like specific doubts, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'll clear those
Yeah.
personally. Yeah.
या
You can share the QR of like continuously
Yeah.
या
or
फिर
end.
लिंक
Wait, just,
लिंक भी आप डाल सकते हैं चैट बॉक्स में.
हाँ,
हमें डाल सकते हैं, हम
okay.
डाल देंगे जल्दी.
Yeah, sure.
for the
Just a
people who
second.
have missed it.
The Anuj asked the question that
Okay.
Swapnil, I
Sorry. Yeah.
the Anuj asked the question that is there any contribution of CPP language in web development?
Uh,
He's asking
yeah, I
backend of.
think Yeah, I think there are some projects that uses that, but not like generally. People use this. Uh, like you have to code the whole server from scratch in that case in C++. So maybe I'm not sure if there's any backend framework for that or that GSOC organizations uses. So you can always check out, but like according to my understanding, there's less chance. Uh, in this case. Yeah, there is .NET framework for C hash, so you can look into that.
Okay, so yeah, thank you,
Starting
Anuj.
There is one
language.
And
more question actually. Read it out
oh
हाँ.
yeah,
for you.
sorry, missed it. Sorry,
Yeah.
Krishna. Okay, so Apnil, I'm reading the question that before
Okay.
JavaScript, is there any starting language or JavaScript will be my starting language in my coding language? So I think this was the follow-up question to web development. He's asking, is there
Yeah.
any language that he or anybody attempting to do web development should read or learn before
hmm
JavaScript?
Okay. So before JavaScript, I think JavaScript is the only language that is used in the for logic in the front end. So you can directly go ahead with JavaScript. If you face any issue that if you find there should be a language that I need to learn before JavaScript, then you can always go and learn that. There's no issue with that. Yeah. So what I did was like when I was learning backend, for backend you need a front end because how will you see the backend working? So then I like started learning front end. Then I moved to React. Then I learned Django. Then I learned the integration between those. Yep. So this is how you follow the steps. It could be different to like the step could be different for anyone.
Okay, that I think it was the last question from the
या
audience.
या बट एक
Okay,
क्वेश्चन
and
और आ
there's
गया
one.
है. प्रियांक.
Okay. Priyank asks, what is the right way to learn any tech with industry level skills in minimum time? My guy.
Okay, any tech with industry level skills in minimum time.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you want to learn in minimum time, then uh, focus on those part of that program that you are solving issue of. Like if you're solving issue from a certain part of that program, then only learn about that sector. Don't read the whole code base. Or about industry level tech, there's no such case of like learning it in a minimum time. It totally depends on your way of learning. So if you want structured way of learning, then you can go with Udemy. Otherwise you can just go to the internet and search by yourself like what you want to learn, what this technology like concepts, and then you can learn those. In structured way it is more easy, but if you go in Google, so it's complete mess, but I love that mess. So
Yeah, I think it's enough. बहुत सारा कंटेंट और बहुत सारे कंसेप्ट बच्चों के क्लियर हो गए. So
Yeah, we should move on to
let's
the next.
end this डाउट सेशन here. अगर किसी को कोई भी डाउट हो तो आपका डाउट नहीं रहेगा, आप हमारे कम्युनिटी से डायरेक्टली कांटेक्ट करके आपका डाउट क्लियर कर सकते हैं.
Yeah, you
So
can reach out to Swapnil also directly.
yeah,
yeah.
you can reach out to Swapnil directly. We will
Okay,
be posting
so
his LinkedIn ID. Just
Yeah, just a second. Actually, I just switched to Windows, so my session is
okay,
logged
okay.
out. So
yeah, take your time.
just a second now.
After the
I'll
session, we
share it.
will also paste it in our community.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can share it with us also, and we'll put it in the community tabs.
Uh, just a second. I'll share it here only.
Okay, Priyank, you can get the meet recording from our YouTube channel. After the session, we'll be uploading the whole recording in our YouTube channel. So yeah, just make sure to subscribe to GDSC DYPC YouTube channel as well. हमारी भी subscribers बढ़ जाएंगे.
Shameless plug, guys.
Also subscribe to my channel.
Oh, okay. ये link भी डाल
Okay,
देना.
okay. ये भी link भी
Yeah,
डाल दो.
you can go to this link and you'll find everything like on the platform that I'm in.
Okay, I think that's about it from the audience side.
Awesome.
Yeah, so also one thing for the audience जो भी यहाँ पे है, remember एक announcement के बारे में कहा था आपसे at the starting of the session.
हाँ भाई,
तो
पार्टी गिल्टी
वर्षा
है क्या सबके लिए?
नहीं भाई, मैं तो नहीं कर रहा. स्पॉन्सर कर रहे हो तो बता दो.
हाँ, स्पॉन्सर नहीं, अगर पार्टी हो तो बता.
ओके, अगली बार
पार्टी
करेंगे.
काइंड ऑफ हो सकता है लेकिन.
Okay, so Varsha, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Varsha?
there.
Yeah. Would you like to speak
Yeah,
about?
sure. Okay, great. Okay. So I would like to ask the audience, जो भी बचे हैं, okay, there are a considerable amount of audience till now as well. So firstly, I would like to ask how many of you want to join GDSC as a coordinator? Hand raise कर दो या फिर just put it in the chat box. I should see some excitement.
चैट बॉक्स में डाल दो
Okay,
जल्दी जल्दी,
me.
मी करके.
शांतनु. सिर्फ
Okay,
शांतनु को
the
join करना है क्या? Okay, I can see raised
no,
hands.
yeah,
Okay. Oh my God, so many people. Okay, me.
I'm not.
Even I want you guys to join GDSC, but okay, unfortunately we only have it for second year. जो first year में है, just थोड़ा wait कर लो. आपको अगले साल definitely join होने का मौका मिल जाएगा. But the
Sorry, guys.
people from second year, like here's your chance. So we'll be starting with the coordinator recruitment really soon. आपके exams भी खत्म हो गए हैं, right? So yes, so आपके exams खत्म हो गए हैं and we were just waiting for this. So we'll be starting with the coordinator recruitment and Monday, like which is Perso. Coordinator recruitment के forms आ जाएंगे. It would be in all our community pages and all our Google GDSC groups. So what you have to do is you make sure that you just fill up the forms and make sure to fill the form really well. क्योंकि कभी कभार क्या होता है कि आप like इतने अच्छे से नहीं भरते हो and we take the responses of the forms to select you for the second round. Like there can be many things like your LinkedIn ID or GitHub profile. And even if you don't have any profile right now related to LinkedIn or GitHub, you can always make one. Like आप form भर ही रहे हो तो just make one and maybe start your account in it because eventually in future you will need it. And yes, one second. Yeah.
There is a question
And
from Prapti Varsha. She's
okay.
asking
Yeah,
that
Prapti is
she's from
asking.
new college, so can she join? I don't think that's a thing.
Okay, what did she ask? Sorry, I didn't see the chat.
She's basically from
I'm
the new
from new
college.
college.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
Prapti,
directly
you have a
IEMR.
GDSC new college as well. If you are from IEMR, you have a GDSC there. I think Maithili is the lead. You can contact her regarding the procedure for joining there. So here you can join like only for the old college students. This is open. So whoever is from the old college, they just have to fill out a form which will be circulated on Monday and make sure आप सारे जो IDs है अपने LinkedIn, GitHub वो सब अच्छे से भर देना because we'll be evaluating those responses and we'll be selecting you for the next round. And that the interviews would be scheduled in your weekend. It won't disrupt your classes. And it's mostly the interviews we are trying to keep it offline. And if time and everything permits, we'll be keeping it offline. वरना हम online भी ले सकते हैं. But we will be trying for offline. And I'm just telling it कि आप like घर मत जाना and try to stay here because we want to see you in GDSC. And in case there's some emergency, you can always tell us. We will keep it online. That's fine. But yes, hoping to see most of you people in our club, in our core team. So all the very best. And
Yeah guys, देखो
yes,
आपको यहाँ पे पहले पता चला है तो आई थिंक कि आप लोगों के फॉर्म्स पहले आ जाएंगे. You'll get a head
yeah,
start क्योंकि बाकी के मतलब फॉर्म्स होने के बाद ऑनलाइन जाने में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है तो यू कैन गेट अ हेड स्टार्ट देयर.
yes.
Okay, that's about it for today.
Yeah, that's it.
Shall I
So
proceed with
you,
the vote of thanks?
Yeah,
yeah,
please.
you sang to Swapnil, man. That was a great talk and
Exactly. Yeah. So, like, even in the
and
word of thanks, जैसे प्रद्युम्ना ने बोला, I would firstly like to thank Swapnil. Thank you so much. The presentation was awesome, and we were like looking for someone who was actually who had the experience of GSOC and जिसने GSOC crack किया है. Thank you so much for this awesome session, and I'm sure the audience has learned a lot. And in case आपके पास कोई doubts है, so you can always contact Swapnil. And thank you to Shantanu from second year IT as well. He was the one who has helped us to contact Swapnil. मतलब उसने contact दिया था. So thank you to him as well. And also thank you to your audience for being so patient. And आपने India versus Pakistan का match like miss किया इतना duration and you just paid attention to this session. So I have huge respect for you guys because I'm sure आपने अगर India versus Pakistan का match miss किया and आप ऐसे GSOC का session attend कर रहे हो तो आप life में जरूर कुछ बड़ा करोगे. And
बहुत
I'm
बड़ा
hoping to see
करेंगे.
कि आप क्या बड़ा करते
Definitely.
हो.
अभी
Yes.
मैं भी एक दो बहुत से बच्चों का जीसॉक तो क्लियर हो जाना चाहिए यार. इतना डेडिकेशन से यहाँ पे आए हैं, ज्वाइन किए हैं.
Yes, yes. And in case GSOC clear होता है फ्यूचर में बस याद रखना JDSC ने एक सेशन लिया था एंड या बस हमें याद रखना और कुछ नहीं. So yes,
So
and one more thing is, yeah, turn on
it's
your
a
cameras.
yeah, it's a kind request to you all. Please switch on your camera because we have to capture this
Take a
moment in a
group selfie.
screenshot. Yeah, group selfie.
जितने लोग कंफर्टेबल है वो अपना कैमरा थोड़ी देर के लिए
Yeah,
इसलिए
yeah.
ऑन
कर दो यार, क्या ही शर्माना अब.
ब्लर कर दो बैकग्राउंड. हम भी थोड़े ऐसे यहाँ पे बैठे.
हमारी हमारी टीम कहाँ पे है? वो भी कैमरा ऑन कर दो यार.
Yeah,
तो
everyone,
आपको देख
don't
के
shy away. आप लोग ऑफिशियल GDSC पेज पे आओगे, so this selfie would be posted there, so थोड़ा कैमरास ऑन कर दो. ये क्या था वर्ड?
अरे यार उसका ये चेंज सीन का ऑप्शन है नीचे तो उसका एक
प्लीज अलाउ परमिशन.
ओ
ओ माय
अच्छा,
गॉड.
ओ
अच्छा,
सॉरी, ओ
आपको
यार,
परमिशन क्या था? ओ सॉरी
परमिशन
सॉरी सॉरी.
परमिशन
वेट वेट.
सॉरी
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 Oh,
गाइस.
सॉरी.
I'm so sorry. Yes, 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 yes. Wait,
वी
वही
वो
मैं
हम
सोच
फ्लो
रही हूँ
फ्लो
कि
में
लोग
भूल गए
कैमरा
थे.
क्यों ऑन नहीं कर रहे. ओके,
या
आई
या
गिव
या
परमिशन. कर लो ऑन.
अब आ जाएंगे.
वही मैं सोच रही हूँ लोग ऑन क्यों नहीं कर रहे?
Okay.
Okay, good to see your
Hey, there's
faces.
Shantanu right there.
Hello,
Yeah,
looking great.
Prajwal, hi.
So many
Ayush
people.
Ahire,
Oh my God.
hi.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, how can
Hi.
you? How
Hello.
can I switch to like the gallery mode? Because I can see only four of you.
व्यू में
ऊपर
जाओ, ऊपर
मोड.
एक व्यू का मोड है,
Yeah.
जस्ट स्विच टू
Okay.
गैलरी उधर.
Okay. Yeah, now I can see.
More
So
options.
So
Yeah.
many people. Yes, yes, awesome, awesome. Okay, I think सबने ऑन किया है.
सबने
Yep.
सबने
So
नहीं
take a
किया है
moment
लेकिन
to
आई थिंक.
smile and say cheese. Okay, took a photo. और कोई है जिसने कैमरा ऑन नहीं किया था और उसको फोटो में आना? This is your last chance. कैमरा ऑन कर लो.
ओके.
Okay, so 3,
Okay.
2.
Cool.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, cheese. Great, great. Thank you so much for making
Thank you,
this
guys.
session really awesome and hoping to see you guys crack GSOC.
या
Yeah.
थैंक यू ऑल टू
definitely.
बी
Yeah.
कनेक्टेड. और हम ऐसे कनेक्टेड रह जाओ. फिर से we will be back soon for more and more tech events and lots of opportunities, swags and fun. Okay, stay tuned.
I
Bye
also
bye.
like to thank everyone and to you all, you guys also. Yeah.
Yeah, when the
Yeah, thank
audience
you,
is
thank
Thank
you
you so
once
giving
much,
us
again.
the
Thank
Swapnil.
you,
feedback,
Swapnil.
Welcome.
Yeah.
we will conclude the meet right here. Okay.
Okay, so you
Okay.
can leave.
Yeah, I'm just downloading the attendance. Okay. आपको
अभी तो
attendance मिलेगी तो नहीं, but
ये
ठीक है.
हाँ.
We
ये
just
अलग
need it for
attendance है
our
guys.
purpose. Yeah, I downloaded the attendance. Okay. Anuj. Thanks to Anuj also for attending. He's thanking us.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shreya also posted it was an amazing session by Swapnil and
Yeah,
thanks Shreya.
I'm stopping the recording.
My
Okay.
pleasure.